Aeroflot is reviewing how it will fill a generational gap as it considers how to replace more than 100 narrow-body aircraft that will be phased out over the coming years, says its Deputy General Director for Strategy and Alliances, Giorgio Caligari. Speaking to Flight Global at the World Routes Conference in Barcelona on 24 September, Caligari says the Russian flag carrier has a policy of phasing out aircraft once they reach 6 years of age. It is currently determining how it will replace Boeing 737-800s and Airbus A320s that entered the fleet 3 to 4 years ago, given that a Generation MAX and Neo narrow-bodies are available as potential replacements. You cannot just add aircraft from the current generation, you have to look at the new generation, he says, adding it is true that there is a generational gap, because there will be the 737 MAX coming, there will be the Airbus A320 Neos coming in, and therefore we will be looking at the narrow-body refleeting. We will have to have a rethink in the way we approach manufacturers. Caligari says the Moscow-based carrier has been growing its fleet at a significant pace of around 10% each year for the past 5 years, but has also sought to keep a focus on simplifying our fleet, and was also restructuring a lot of its companies. He says that Aeroflot was not necessarily going to go for another fleet type, but equally it was not ruling it out. First we need to decide and determine the size of the fleet for the next narrow-body generation, and then once we have determined that, we will be able to choose the best approach in terms of acquiring that fleet, he says. Flight Fleets Analyzer shows that the Russian carrier has a fleet of 198 in-service aircraft, consisting of 69 A320s in service, with 1 in storage, 36 A321s in service with 2 in storage, 22 A330s in service, and 14 A350s on order. It has a further 30 Boeing 737s in service with another 19 on order, 22 Boeing 787s on order, and 16 777s in service with 6 on order. It also has 25 Sukhoi Superjets in service, with 6 in storage and 19 on order. Whatever future fleet decisions are made, Caligari says the Russian airline plans to lease the majority of its aircraft. It is, however, considering changing the mix of operating and finance leases it has. Caligari reiterates that Aeroflot has cancelled its order for 22 787s, despite Flight Fleets Analyzer data reflecting Boeing's order tracker to the start of September, which shows the aircraft on order to the flag carrier. He welcomes plans by Russia's United Engine Corporation and China's commercial aircraft engine firm AECC to jointly develop a long-haul aircraft, saying, "We said very clearly competition among manufacturers is welcome, especially when the aircraft being produced are high quality and innovative." Caligari says it is still too early for Aeroflot to be invited by the two manufacturers to become involved in the concept development phase.